4.6 million years ago, the Earth was wild and alive. This is where our story begins. Giants ruled these plains, creatures of strength and power, their ivory tusks carved through the earth like blades of nature. In a world ruled by predators, silence was their shield. Learning was their only hope. In that moment, something changed. The mind of a human had just begun to wake. And so began the first chapter of our story. When fear gave birth to curiosity, life in this world was never safe. Every sunrise brought new threats, and every night, new fears. They had no claws, no fangs, no thick skin to protect them. But they had awareness. And that made all the difference. They were being watched at every moment. One mistake could mean the end. Each escape left a memory. And memory built intelligence. They had only each other, and that bond became their greatest shield. The world around them was harsh and alive to decayed, but their minds were beginning to awaken.
They ruled the land with quiet power, colossal beings whose tusks carved both earth and history.
Ivory, smooth, pale, unbreakable. Nature's blade, born from bone, carried by giants. To the weak and fearful, strength has a shape, and this was it. When giants fought, the ground itself remembered. Something shifted in Siftham. The thought that power could be held, not just feared. The giants move on, leaving behind traces of strength that smaller eyes will one day remember. The earth held its breath. For generations, the giants had ruled these lands, until one fell. The giant's fall marked the turning of an age, a moment that would awaken something new. For the first time, they felt the hard truth of power. cold, solid, and real. The sound cut through silence like lightning, the first spark of understanding. Fear crept back into their hearts, but this time, they were not empty-handed. In that instant, they understood Priam. This was more than bone. It was power in their hands. Curiosity turned to thought, thought to invention. The human mind had taken its first step forward. The day after the giant's fall, something lingered, an idea. Small, they began to test the world, learning what broke, what stayed strong, what could help them live. In that small sound, the crack of a shell, was the birth of understanding.
They saw patterns everywhere, how animals used the world to survive, and they began to copy it. Knowledge spread not through words, but through watching. One act became many, and evolution found its rhythm.
For the first time, they saw that the world could be shaped by their hands. A spark had lit inside them, not fire, but thought.
Curiosity became habit. Habit became learning. These fragile beings were beginning to shape their world.
Knowledge began to spread, not through words, but through hands and eyes. This was teaching before language, a silent gift passed from one generation to the next.
For the first time, they used tools not by chance, God sing, but by choice. Within them, a new fire was growing, the fire of thought. The earth that once gave life now whispered warning.
The air grew heavy, thick with fear. The young clung to the old as nature's power awoke.
They ran not from fear alone, but from instinct older than time itself.
They saw the sky as fury and the earth's strength, and learned that both could be forces to respect, not fight. The storm spared no creature. Every life on the plain faced the same test. In destruction, they found opportunity. The storm had unearthed gifts from the soil. They had faced nature's fury and survived. In its chaos, they had learned resilience. When the storm passed, silence returned, and in that silence, discovery waited. From the chaos of nature's wrath came something pure, a piece of the giant's strength reborn. Accident became experiment. Experiment became knowledge. For the first time, success brought joy, and joy bound them together. With every strike and scrape, they learned the rhythm of the earth itself.
In a single discovery lay the seed of everything to come: tools, thought, and the first spark of human purpose. From a storm-struck land, they walked into a new world, guided by the memory of ivory and the courage it gave them.
Generation by generation, the idea passed on, not through words, but through action. The first discovery became many. Ivory was only the beginning. Thought had found its rhythm.
To them, it was survival. To us, it became the first symbol of human strength. Thousands of centuries later, their small act echoed in our hands, as humans learned to carve, to build, to create.
Across millions of years, one truth connects us. Curiosity made us who we are. From the first touch of ivory to the age of imagination, this was our beginning. 4.5 million years ago, early humans carved a life in the vast African plains.